and white, the Masonic duality, and if you look at this person here, it looks like something the Buddhists would wear, false religion. As you see, the beads are like Catholic beads. And if you look at them, they've got a cult mask on. This simulates the elite, where they have their sex ritual parties, and they wear a mask because the elite want to hide behind a mask, because that's what they do, hide behind masks while they're performing satanic rituals. That film that was made wasn't just made out of thin air. That film basically, where it shows secret societies around a circle, they're basically laughing at you and admitting, because a lot of people in this world are they're so dumbed down that everything that's satanic is acceptable to them, because they're so dumbed down. They're dumbed down, they deny the Illuminati exists. It's on the back of the US dollar. In black and white, darkness becomes one with lightness. The agenda again, party is a lifestyle, this is a real lifestyle. No, these people are losers. That's all they are. The losers. If you think this is what life is, partying, getting stoned, then you have got no life at all. I mean, pushing of alcohol, you only live once agenda. You only live once, guys. Party to the full. YOLO. Yeah, but what they don't tell you, yes, we do live once. The body lives once on Earth. But then when you die, you either go to hell or heaven. Doesn't matter if you don't believe in it. Does not matter. Still exists. No matter if you believe it's eternal or not. It ain't gonna change the fact that it still exists. See, because the brain, the dumbed down masses that fans these sellouts, because that's really what they are. The last music video that they done was about worship of Saturn. That's what it was. I exposed it in the past. It was just straight up satanic. It had all seeing eye promotion, it had worship of Saturn, and this song's just got worship of the black cube and all that. I mean, this is what it is. The sellouts. These masks here simulate the elite in the parties that they perform. And if we look here, the monarch mind control, notice the Illuminati triangle in the background. People will probably say, oh, it's just a triangle, it's just a triangle. The reality is, the real meaning behind it simulates the Illuminati pyramid. That's why it's in the back of the US dollar, and that's why they keep promoting it. It's time for people to wake up to the reality that we actually live in, and stop living an illusion. This here, notice how as well she stood near in the middle of the Illuminati triangle, simulating they are an enlightened one. That's what it simulates when they're stood inside of a triangle. See, this is not a normal triangle. It's just lines. And it's glowing. It simulates false enlightenment. And this, what she's wearing here, you'll notice it's like leopard skin. This is used in MK Ultra. Basically, what they'll do, and this is a true fact, they'll basically get people from, people that have been adopted, people that have had a hard life, drug addiction, abuse, and all that. They'll basically get that person, and they'll take them into prostitution or the industry, and they'll brainwash them at an early age, because that's the way they do it. They brainwash them at an early age, then they make the woman believe that they are a sexual object. That's why most of them in the industry, you see them flaunting around like they're a sex object, because it's been programmed in their head at an early age. This simulates being noticed how the cat-like ears. It's monarch mind control. Basically, the woman will start walking around and believing that they're a cat. It's MK Ultra mind control. This really does exist. It's called sex kitten programming. Basically, the reason why it's called that, because sex kitten programming, basically, like I said, they perform on an early age, because they do it at an early age, because then when the woman grows up, then their agenda is successfully done. The woman basically goes out and promotes that they're a sexual object. That's why you got the sellouts like Kesha, Rihanna, Katy Perry. She's even been in a photograph of dressing like a cat, because these people have been brainwashed at an early age to think that they're a sex object and they're nothing. That's why you get many of them, like Katy Perry, flaunting around like she's a sexual object, because that's what's been programmed in these people's heads. They believe that they're there to just please the elite. But unfortunately, this is what happens when you sell your soul. You all think it's fun and games until this happens. Well, that's what the leopard skin simulates. MK Ultra, sex kitten programming, sexualizing the woman to make her feel like she's a sexual object and nothing. That's what they do. Notice again the Illuminati triangle in the background, and basically this mask here basically most likely simulates basically the blind masses, because their eyes being covered. It's the way they mark you. That's the way they mark you, basically, because they're doing all this and most people are still dumbed down and can't see what's really going on. Well, as you see, you noticed how this guy's standing right next to the enlightened Illuminati triangle. It's no surprise. Man, and we got a person here with a mask at the back of their head, simulating hiding their identity. Exactly what they do in the satanic rituals of the royal elite. This all goes on, it ain't no joke. You can just look up leaked footage of basically Illuminati dance party, and you'll see that ain't no joke. This as well could also be a mockery, could also simulate the masses. Basically they're pulling them and they control them, simulating a handler. This is what this most likely simulates. This girl character's got this guy on a leash. She controls him, like same as a handler. Most MK Ultra victims and sex kitten program victims are handlers themselves. That's how they control them. The handler bit is basically been through the same as what their victim's going through. That's why it's so successful. But as you see, she's pulling him on a leash. She controls him. Also, it could mean the BDSM fetishes, that basically people love to be chained up and beaten up. We all know the elite performing these disgusting sex parties with stuff like that. But again, the triangle. And as well, if you look closely, throwing up the false peace sign. What a surprise that is. What a surprise. False peace sign. False peace. Bet nobody noticed that. I mean, it's not really easy to notice then again. It's that small, but clearly see the two things up, simulating the peace sign. And this basically here looks like a jester. But it might not be, who knows? Notice how they've all got masks on now, simulating the elite. Most likely this here is sun worship, who knows? Because this just kind of look like the sun worship symbol connected to the Nazis. Basically the black sun agenda, the occult agenda that they promote, like the solar eclipse and that was created by the New World Order to basically make people fall for a second sun agenda, which is a straight occult agenda. They believe that there's a black sun and that Lucifer created it and Lucifer is the father of it. That's what these occultists believe. As you can see, the obsession they basically have with Illuminati pyramids, surrounded by Illuminati pyramids. See, these are pyramids. There's a difference between a normal triangle. A normal triangle is all coloured in. When it is like this, just the lines, simulates false enlightenment. That's what it means. When the store, and notice again, inside the pyramid, basically believing that one is enlightened. That's what it means, because you'll notice with the triangle on the back of the US dollar, it's got glowing things. That's what it simulates, false enlightenment, because Satan manifests itself as an angel of light. And it's, as it says in the Bible, it's no surprise that his servants also do the same. There we go again. Notice as well, Freemason hand sign. So what the Freemasons do, they put one hand near the side. It can be either way, either one. They put their hand inside the jacket, and then this is what the Freemasons do. Notice the false enlightenment again, and notice that one eye is darkened. The agenda, notice as well, he's wearing silver and black. Could simulate darkness becomes one with lightness. Notice the Illuminati triangles in the background again, and if you look at this Illuminati triangle, this is actually connected to paedophilia, the I Love Little Boys basic corporation. It's paedophilia, that's what it's connected to. You'll see this in paedophilia, this certain triangle. Then you got the corrupt police force here. We already know the police are corrupt anyway, but you got basically the police dancing here. Agenda, but triangle again. The paedophile triangle. Just look it up and you'll see. It's called something boys, something. Got Freemason hand sign. It's no surprise. It's all hidden in plain sight, putting their agendas right in your face, and they're laughing at you. Well, as I said, look up that triangle, and this one you'll clearly see what I'm talking about. It's paedophilia triangle, so it's no surprise it's being promoted in this music video, because we all know who really controls Hollywood. There's a lot of paedophiles in it, and that's a fact. Many celebrities have come out and have even said that Hollywood is run by paedophiles, because it is. Look at Disney. I mean, that's just proof. There's so many sex jokes in a lot of the Disney movies, and they're supposed to be kids' movies because Walt Disney was a 33-degree Freemason. Most likely was, I don't know whether for a fact, but he probably was part of the paedophile agenda, the paedophile rings and all that. It's no coincidence, but if anyone speaks out and tries to expose it, they'll be taken out. Same that happened to Chester he got took out because he was going to expose it. That's what they do. They can't have the masses knowing that paedophilia runs Hollywood. They can't let the masses know it, can they? And if you look here, what do we have? It may be a coincidence, but like I said, you never know with the people in the music industry. Notice here, and if you look at basically the top of this, above, you'll notice that it basically looks like a circle at the top. Basically, this looks like a compass. Could simulate the Freemason logo, mean hidden in plain sight, and the agenda, blue and red, are cold colours. If you look it up, that's why they've done it in like Marvel and that. Blue versus red in the UFC. Blue versus red has a cold meaning behind it. Well, as you see, this does look like the Freemason logo. And then we got the pyramids here. See, there's a difference. If it was just one triangle, then you could say they're not promoting it. But when it's triangles over and over and over again thrown in your face, you know it's deliberately done, and that they're simulating the pyramid, because every single triangle simulates the basically agendas that they fulfilled. The reason the triangle at the top of the basically US, on the back of the US dollar, is not fully connected yet is because that is the last agenda, the New World Order, that's being waited to be connected, and Satan is the one that connects it. That's what the elite are waiting for now, for that last block to connect to the pyramid. Well, as you see over and over again, notice this guy here with the t-shirt on, 3 triangles, pyramid. So it's not just a coincidence. They're deliberately doing this, they know what they're doing. Triangle again, pyramid. I mean, it's not accidentally done, they're doing it on purpose. They're indoctrinating you with occult symbolism. I mean, when the last song that they released was called Saturn, what do you expect? These have sold out, that's why they're so big, because they've sold out. They sold out to Satan. That's why they promote Satan all the time. And notice this sign here. You can't fully see it, but you are living the something elite. So they're openly admitting the elite. The elite are the ones in power. Notice the Zionism star, the satanic star. And no, it's not an Israel star. It's just they use that as an excuse. This is a satanic star, and the one in Israel is a satanic star. Many people say, oh, this is the Star of David. Yeah, if you look up, some people that call themselves Jews have admitted that there's no proof at all. There is no proof, no documentation, no nothing to back up that this is the Star of David. There's no documentation at all, because it isn't the Star of David, it's the Star of Satan. 6 points. Why do you think they use this? Because it's got 6 points in it. If you add it up 3 times, 666. See, Satan ain't stupid. He's created his own race, meaning false Jews. Basically, and it even warns us in the Bible about this. I know who you are, those who profess to be Jews, but are not, are abomination, and are of the synagogue of Satan. See, because this is what they want. I mean, look at Israel, the power that's got. Everyone feels sorry for it, says it's God's country. It isn't. It used to be, until the false Jews invaded it. Because all the other Jews are scattered around the world. They've not been gathered together yet. We know that for a fact, because that happens when Jesus Christ returns. And is Jesus Christ returned for a second time? No. But when you've got the word elite here, basically hinting to who is behind the scenes of this, the elite, with the Zionism star, the satanic 6 star, the Satanism star. It's all connected to, it's even connected to the Baphomet. It's a satanic star. It's got 6 points. And as I said, if you add it up 3 times, 666. It's not done by accident. It's the satanic star of Satan. Well, as you can clearly see in clear view, Zionism stars. The reason it adds up to 666, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, if you add it all 3 times, it adds up to 666, as we see here. This could be the Masonic checkerboard floor. It looks like it, won't surprise me. And notice the red occult mask. It's also known, if you've ever played the game Assassin's Creed, this mask, you will see, basically it is a cult mask. It's a cult mask. They used to wear this to hide the faces. It's no surprise that they're wearing a cult mask. They're basically admitting who is behind the scenes of this, the elite. And again, the triangle, glowing, false enlightenment, the woman standing in the middle, and again, promotion of alcohol like they always do. You only live once, get wasted. You only live once agenda, partying lifestyle. As we see again inside the Illuminati triangle, standing in it, basically false enlightenment. Now we go with the cube agenda, the worship of the black cube. Notice there's 3 of them. You'll see this a lot in a lot of music videos. There's a reason why they worship this black cube, because it's connected to Saturn. It's all a occult, false knowledge agenda, because these elitists believe that this black cube created Earth, and that this black cube, basically this is where Jesus Christ came from, the black cube. It's completely a occult agenda. And they as well believe that God put us in a black cube around the earth to enslave us. It's a cult agenda. As it's shown with many artists like Faruko, he did it, standing on top of a black cube. They've all done it. It's not a coincidence. It's connected to Islam. It's connected to Mecca. That's why they push this cube. They want you to worship Mecca, because in reality Islam serves Satan, and that's a fact, because it even says in the Quran, Allah is the great deceiver. God doesn't deceive no one. That's Satan. But they want you to bow down and worship this cube, because it's connected to Satan and Saturn. It's all connected. When they're bowing down, worshipping that black cube in what the Muslims do, they're openly worshipping the Antichrist. They're openly doing it. It's why Islam's being pushed so much and protected, because it's an anti-Christ religion. And that's what, as I said, standing on top of the cube, worship of the black cube agenda.